Hey, hi, good morning, Dale.
Hi, Nargis.
Hi, good morning. You can hear me?
Can hear you. Yes, you want to
Oh,
share your screen? It's the green button. Everyone, Nargis Motorwala is with us today, and her handle is Nargis007. So she's kind of a secret agent.
okay.
There's a gal who lives a life of danger. Every move she makes, she stays a stranger. In every move she makes, another chance she takes. Odds are she won't live to see tomorrow. Secret agent
Can
gal,
you?
secret
Okay,
agent
yeah.
Dale. They're giving you a
Can
number
you see my
and
screen?
taking away your name.
Hey,
You
hi,
got
Dale.
it.
You can hear me, or did I go on mute?
No, you're good. You're
Oh,
good.
good. Thank God.
All right. So S&P.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'll start back from this chat again. I think we talked about this last time in your meeting, in the same interview, right?
Yeah.
First of all, good morning, everyone, and
Good
thanks for
morning,
joining and
Nargis.
all the encouragement. And thanks, Dale, for inviting me. So, yeah. So this is one which I had talked about last time also. This was our March lows. This was our high, 4808. And from there, we got a correction. This correction came as presented as a two drive XABCD, and then it hit some quite a bit of extensions. So one thing was, this was where, we could call it as an actual breakout, right, from here. So I had marked that, ES would like somewhere here, or the Feb 2020 high, which was around the 2 area. That's why I had marked it in a black line. The reason to have these multiple supports here is because two reasons. One is from 2174 to 3365 was one cycle, and from here to 4489 was two cycles, and ES did 2.25 cycle to upside. Okay, and from there it pulled back. So again, 4097 was I think 4489 was back one cycle, and 4097 was one cycle, and then 3481 was the second cycle. That's why I was looking for somewhere here, which is 3481, which would mark the second cycle.
Okay.
Earlier when we had talked, we were in somewhere in June, somewhere here, and I was expecting that the price would move up, and if it has any interest to fall, it should go and make a new low around 3481. So, and 3550 was an important number for me because that was the monthly support coming in. And if you remember, Dale, we had talked about this in 2020 when this crash was happening. Why I was looking somewhere close to 2209, because that completes the marking not only of the cycle but also the coming on the monthly support. But the caveat at that time was this price hit during Globex, not during daytime. I mean the regular trading time. So that's why that's one anomaly which is still not resolved. And but this price 3550, it hit during the daytime, albeit not going down but going up. So we gapped down into 3502, and from there we kept going up straight, crossing all the numbers. And XPX, this one came very close to 3481. It was 3491. So for me, that cycle is at least hit. If it is complete or not complete, we will see, as time is passing by. So these two confluences came to me together, that it hit that 3550 area and it hit that 3481. Okay, and this is a this was a good support because the structure is there to hold the price here. At least there is some demand here. At least a knee-jerk reaction you would get. So 1, 2, 3 confluence were coming from me: 3550, 3481, and this demand area. And I expected the price to bounce off from here. And
To
from since
where,
then we
Nargis? What?
so from
Let's
so
let's take it. Let's take it from where we are now instead
yes
of the
so
history lesson. Okay.
yes
Let's talk about what you think now that we've hit your numbers. Not that, yeah, it could bounce and maybe it'll hold unless it doesn't. Is your view that this low is worth getting long for, or are you looking to sell this next rally, or maybe even the rally we had last week?
So if we look at here, your ES, so this, we got the bounce over from here. Now, based on this structure, I'm expecting at least 3 or 4 targets to the upside. Okay, one is almost coming here, 3907 to 3930. Okay, so we hit 3907, but the 3930 has not been hit. Generally, it does try to hit that number as well. So we'll see whether in the next coming sessions it would do. Friday's run was crazy, so it may try to calm down a little bit today or tomorrow, and we have FOMC. And the second target was around 4065 to 4175. Remember, this high was 4175 when last time when we started puking. This high was at 4175 here, and it was also done in Globix, and it kept coming down. So if this upside move is good enough, it should be able to satisfy that move. Third target is 4357, which is again this high from where we fell back. And if I don't know why, how, what will happen is, if this is a good structure and if price tries to take this over, then I'm expecting a full retest of the high, 4700.
We take out 47.
Yeah, this 4327.
Oh, okay. If we take that out, new highs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and we sit above this red line, then this structure should give us at least test of this, because see, so far we have been just touching the supply from the lower end and failing from there, right? So it tried here, and it failed, kept failing. But this time, if it wants to try, it can enter the supply zone third time and try to test. There is this one hard line also here, so around 4700, 4650. There's a gap here, 4650 on SPX, and so 4700 was could be close to that, could be the fourth target. New high, what it is going to do, that's completely later on once we take out that supply. 5185 is our half cycle. And
would you call 4700 like your bull bear line?
Not yet, unless, see, because as long as I'm trading above 4489 and price is sitting over it, I would say that some bullishness has entered the market. Okay, but again, this structure was not tested any time from downside. So clearing here and staying here, absorbing everything here, then deciding to go high, then it would mean, okay, all this is done. Because the moment we'll enter here, there'll be a lot of volatility coming in again, right? Because
so what do you do with the Fed coming up here and say they do a rug pull? Would you be looking to be a buyer at your blue dotted line? Give us something that,
yes.
What are you thinking? What's your plan into the Fed, Nargis?
So into the Fed, first of all, I would see where the price is trading just on Wednesday before the Fed starts talking. Is it above 39.30 or is it below 39.07? Okay, so if the price tries to whack it down, the price should start losing 39.07 and start falling down completely. And all this should try to negate. But if it comes and the pullback is not that severe, and then after some time or next day, I generally try to look at the reaction, what reaction they give the first time. Immediately as the Fed starts talking, the futures will either tank, or they'll that 1 minute or few second tick you watch, either it'll go up or it'll move down. So I try to watch that reaction, and that third reaction is the right reaction, in the sense that first, if they said, okay, the ES spiked up, then I know that probably ES will settle down either today or in the couple of days next day. a couple of days following it, and then we'll try to follow the actual trend. So if it was up, then I'll try to see, going up. So the reaction is just to, calm down, yes, a little bit, bring it on a smaller time frame to some support zone, and then from there it will again start rising. And once it captures 3907, 3930 is a very important number for me going on here. And if price is trying to stay over it, I will be net long.
3907 is your key number?
3930.
3930.
It's actually 3929 point something, but we'll just say 3930.
Okay.
Yeah, because ES goes in quarter ticks, right? So
yeah,
so
okay.
the decimals can. So that's how I will play it. So first reaction, second reaction, and third reaction, I would go in the direction of the first reaction. That's how generally I play it. So, but everyone is like very bearish in the market. Everyone is like the macro is bad. And yes, it is bad. Interest rates are rising. And Fed has told us last year that they're going to raise rates. Inflation, they are trying to bring down. So much interest rates have been risen, but the inflation, we are still around 8, right? So bringing that down, it may take a lot of effort. I don't know how they would do it, continue to do it in terms of raising the rates, how much, how long, and all that. But if they are a little bit dovish, in the tone or in the language, or reduce the amount at which they are going to increase the rate, then this would be enough to push it higher. But if the tone is like really hawkish or something, then where did my go? Then we definitely will hit this number too. It should break 3481 and then it should come down to 3365. So Dale, one thing I was noticing yesterday, if I can, put in a minute into that, okay?
Sure.
So this was 2174 low, and this was 48. And if you see the structure, this is almost like going in a very, very narrow channel, and it's a very, very controlled price action, meaning the pullbacks are very, very shallow, right? You can almost say it's a straight line, considering the amount of the short pullback we have. Only here we started seeing a little bit different structure, more bigger pullbacks. Now from here to here, we only have this structure which is different in this straight line till here, right? And it is exactly around the breakdown, the cycle high on Feb 2020, and also the breakdown following it in going into March. So this W, I was thinking, why would you put this structure right here versus anywhere else? It could have been here, it could have been here, it could have been here, but it is right here. So in my head, I'm thinking there is a reason for this structure to be here. And we got a bounce here, right from here. Now suppose, just potential thought process, nothing else. What if this is it, okay? And price has tested all this price, and at the moment, or in the short time frame, or at least maybe I don't know what time frame, it may not be interested in coming down here. Let's say this is our bottom. Okay, is that a possibility? Then what should happen next in order to say that, okay, the market has bottomed? So that's what
look
I
for
was
a similar formation that you had back then.
Yes, maybe look for a similar formation, look for the tone change in the macros, right? What they start talking and what, because see, nothing from 2018 or 2020 is happening in the normal stock market structure, right? The way it is going up, the way it falls back, all that craziness we are experiencing.
Yeah, it looked artificial, didn't it?
Yeah. So what if the capitulation process is also altered a little bit than what we are used to seeing traditionally, right?
Yeah,
everybody
no
selling, yeah, and the volume coming in, and everybody sells, then capitulates, then the price moves, because that's in our head, we are looking for that structure, right? That's the process we are used to. What if it is not, right? So I'm just playing the devil's advocate. What if that process is also changed, and what if this structure which is placed here has a role to play? That's all I'm thinking.
Okay.
And
well, right now is the highs of that structure have come into play.
Yes, high of the structure. It just this here it poked right here in the middle, right here at this. Oh, sorry, this one here is right 34. The highs are around there, 34 something, 35 something in that this thing.
Right.
So that was my thing. Like I think XPX XPX looks better than
That's it.
Than the ES actually. So I think it was this one. Yeah, and it's also the time frame is also the same, October time frame, and so it's basically exactly after 2 years we hit this structure. So time wise it's arriving at the same time, and support wise it's arriving, and we had. So I'm just thinking, what could it mean? I'm just trying to see the meaning out of it and see how it plays out, right? And
Okay.
then it doesn't have to be. It could just retrace someplace and come back down again, and the macros don't support it right now. So there is absolutely no reason to. And right now only the indices are going up, all your tech is down. The supporting thing, the biggest holders, your Tesla, your Amazons, even Apple is it resolved to the upside, but it's not that great, right? It's not like
that game is over, and they've rotated until there'll be new icons in the next bull market. It won't be the old game.
yes,
The old game is dead.
Yes, so we have to
Although,
look
I
for the
mean,
new
they should
heroes.
rally, but they're not the leaders anymore.
They are not the leaders anymore. The only reason Apple and Tesla are working together is Apple, Tesla, ES working together is because they are the biggest holders. So they are like the two pillars for the S&P and Nasdaq to not let it go crazy or fall down, right? Because if Apple has also resolved down and Tesla was below 229, it could have been really bad. Instead of what we saw on Friday, we could have seen the opposite of Friday.
Yeah, if they didn't recover, right?
If they didn't recover, right? Yeah.
And that was all done in the aftermarket, and by the time you woke up, it's like it never happened.
It's like never happened, and I was expecting that it would not happen, because before the earnings, S&P has tried to pose a two drive on XPX to hit 39.69 and 39.07. I was like, then Apple has to resolve to the upside if this structure wants to play out. So I was just looking at Apple because 135 was my very important support. And if Apple broke that, then we would definitely have a bad bloodbath. But they took it only till 136 after hours, just as it reported. And from there, it picked up. It stayed around 142 the whole night. And next day, it started running. And Tesla, it was below 29, that important support which it broke, and it's hovering below it. It briefly went to 198, and it came back up, and it has been just dancing below 229, and now they were trying to bring it back up 229. So if Tesla also comes back up 229 and Apple also holds that 135, then it's a good possibility that the rally should continue. I mean, of course, it could be volatile, it would be with its pauses and everything, but the structure should also be, the structure will be there to keep pushing the price to upside, is my thinking. I will be wrong once it hits a major resistance, or it fails around 41.75, because that was a number it has not hit, and from there we can see. So as of now, from 39.30 to 41.75
we're just looking at links here.
Yeah, so I had just noted down for you.
Okay.
What I wanted to talk about.
So
these are the ones we talked about. Fangman T was there. So I just built up some structures where they could fall next, and Google also honored that 90 zone. Tesla has not done much. It's just sticking around this red big line, $200. It moved there. Netflix was something I was looking to go up, and it did. So it's currently sitting around this pink line, not able to cross it over. So once it crosses over that side, a lot of possibility happens, at least still here, filling the gap basically around 333, if I'm not wrong.
What's your view on TLT, since we're talking about interest rates?
Yes.
View on bonds or TLT?
Yes, TLT, I was expecting it to at least bottom around 93, 93, 91. And we did hit here. And I was expecting that it would hold 100 for some time, at least give a bounce and then do it. But they didn't do it. They spent some time around 97 and just immediately brought it down to 93, 91 area. And now we got a bounce. The whole now the one question is this. Okay, will we get a test around retest of the downside around 97 or around 101? So this structure, once it clears, then we have upper possibility. Otherwise, from here or here, we could get a retest of the low. And if this holds, this ABC should carry it to the upside, at least to repair. But if not, then it does look good though.
Would you buy a retrace on hawkish Fed and it doesn't make a new low?
I would try at least and see, because my stop would be very close to the previous low. Yeah. Okay. So that could be a bet I could make. Actually, I did make a bet here. We did buy this here, and I exited around 97. Just thinking that it may try to retest here 100, and I think I may still have a few smallish number of calls left over just to see whether it has any interest over 97. But see, this on a weekly, it is almost a straight line. So some repair is definitely due based on the oversold RSI or something.
About the dollar.
Yes, dollar is. I think, I don't know if you read my thread, is around this. I was looking for it. 111 was my number. I wanted it to see what it does here, but it did poke higher, 114. And from there, it is just trying to consolidate. And then, it did try to lose 111, and it did lose that previous low, 110.5, came to 109 something. But now again, it is going back up. So this structure, it's possible that, a bear flag or something and wants to come down. If not, then if the price really wants to stay above 111, then it may try to retest a little bit higher. But I was thinking this ABC should bring it down a little bit more, at least till 109. We got the 109, below 107, 106 at least, to calm it down. And then, the equities could rally. So for me, this is above 111 or below 111. That's all I'm trying to go for it now.
Okay,
and similarly, 111, because that's the important pivot for it. And it also matches with your, I think it was 3 monthly. It also matches around with this structure starting here, right? So, and this is your higher end around 120. So if it is staying above 111, then you have this structure, the top structure exposed to 120. So it already did 114. Then we see whether this would be a breakout on a quarterly chart, or, what it wants to do, because then you have this big structure presenting. And from here to here, the price was never tested, right? So that's an open virgin area for it to do something if it wants to. But on a monthly chart, at least, or a weekly chart, at least,
where's that purple line back on the other chart? Was that at the COVID high, 103? And
this one?
Yeah.
This one? Yes,
102.60.
Yeah, this basically all these highs, right?
Okay.
So that was
look
the
at
breakout.
what it did in 98. It broke out over that line and traded there for what? This is a month.
98, yeah. So 103, and this went to 120.
Right, and then it negated the breakout.
So
maybe if you're looking, so under your purple line, there's problems back under.
Yeah, under the purple line, yes, it is. It's now, so right now we are over this purple haze. Yeah. No, you're right. It's a purple haze. Yes. I don't know. By default, it selects a purple line for me. So mostly my lines are purple. And even though this is a straight line, I'm not able to draw a straight line. I don't know how.
Yeah.
My line,
or it could be Purple Rain.
Purple rain, yeah. Does that
Purple
mean
Rain, huh?
does
Purple
that
Rain,
mean
you like that
dollars?
song? Yeah,
Does
Prince.
it equate to dollars?
Yeah, yeah. So some nice looks, Nargis. Really
Yeah, yeah,
appreciate it. What do you have the
yeah.
most conviction on? All the markets that you trade and monitor and project and imagine things. What do you in your bones? What do you feel about
So
markets?
I do feel that we should at least move up to repair quite a bit. At least that once it goes over 39.30, I do feel that we may push higher. But again, we have FOMC, then we have elections. A lot of news.
Yeah,
Event related things are there. So I don't know what the election will bring out or not bring out. We have holiday season also, and then from January we have the anniversary of the fall, 2020,
oh,
the whole year.
yeah,
So it's all completely even going on till March, right? So if they
yeah,
don't do it here, then they may react between January to March to honor the anniversary, at least in some way. So it all depends on how they want to do it. And if the dollar actually tries to do a bear flag and come down, or at least on a quarterly basis, it tries to stay here or test back this
yeah,
purple line, then it has room to do a lot of things that's there. And your oil also is just stagnant within the 10 points, 81 to 91, not doing much, and it is above 77. That's the number for me. As long as it's above 77, it's in a bullish structure, and below that
okay,
it will try to test the breakout around 65 to 17, 65 to 59. That's there. But remember, oil has not touched that 130.5, that Dobix high. So that
okay,
is pending, and it will come back at some point for us. So
okay.
when they will do it, I don't know. Maybe after elections, maybe next year sometime. But that structure needs to hit at some point. So thinking that, okay, oil is done or not done, in my opinion, it's not done. That structure needs to be visited. Uh, oh wow,
Okay.
I have,
Yeah. I'm thinking over 100 again anyway.
yeah, this 130.5, right? This
Yeah.
was the high. Yeah.
Right.
So somewhere it should, it is just dancing here, because see, a lot of support is around here, the breakout, and it 60 this area was its breakout, 63 to 59, where it
Yeah.
fired bullish, and again it's just holding under this slanted line. And if it tries to go over it, which is around 91 or something, based on what time, what month it is testing, it's 91 something, goes here, and then this orange line is a pending thing for it to do, and it has to do it RTH during regular trading hours to honor that price. After that only we can say oil is done or oil is not done.
Okay. A lot of either ors that we address every day. Some
Yeah,
great
because
areas.
Dale, if you see, these days the price structure is mostly during Globex only, right? All the bigger moves are happening there, and RTH, if you see, it doesn't do it immediately. It takes its own sweet time to hit that, right? For example, ES hit 41.75 like what, some few weeks ago, and up till now that thing is not resolved, and we went all the way to 3500, and now we are coming back up. Imagine we'll go to 41.75, it resolves, it goes till there, and then it doesn't like it and it wants to whack it down. Then imagine all the way we would come back that many number of points or that many percentage, right? So it's a
Okay.
highly volatile environment in my
Yeah.
opinion, and the moves are big on either side.
Yeah. So
So that is
manage your
something
risk.
which I would want everyone to keep in mind, that getting very long or very short, short in the sense in the opposite direction, may not sit as well for certain amount of time, because these uncertainties are there.
Yeah, it's okay to do nothing too.
Yes, of course, it's okay to do nothing and let time pass, resolve
Yeah.
itself, and then we can do it. And one more thing I had was, which niggles in my head. Oh no, this is not ES. Which is at the back of my head, and I'm not able to take that away. Is one is this structure which is XPX, right? Which is this structure which I'm a little bit, at least right now, I'm a little bit confident that this could hit some upper side. But remember this one number, 2174, which was done in the Globex time in the night time. That was also never tested. What if sometime in future because ES is very good at resolving these anomalies. So I am keeping mind open for this number also. When, how, that's another story, but these are the data points are there in my head. Okay. So
new highs, and then, maybe next year.
Yes.
Okay, Nargis, I really appreciate your views and sharing them with us. And I share with you the caution, and it's okay to do nothing, and just sometimes we are paid to watch. Okay, so being an observer, you don't always have to be a speculator. At times it's okay to be a spectator. So great talking to you again, Nargis. I hope you have
Dale, can I ask you something?
Sure.
So all this stuff which is happening here, the way the price is moving, the way things are moving from here to here, I know you've been so much longer in the stock market than me, at least. Do you think that this is the first time it is happening, and do the most experienced people are also trying to make sense out of it on how to think or go about it or see what it can do? Do you also feel the same, little bit same way?
I've been reading that people say it's the toughest year they ever had to trade, and you pointed it out. Vicious reversals every other day make it hard to be even a swing trader. It takes a lot of intestinal fortitude. Yeah.
So this move for me was completely on faith for three things only: coming to the cycle, support of this structure, and hitting that 3550, which was on the monthly, which it had not done previously. So this was the first time it is doing after many years. So these three things made me think that this is a strong bounce area and we should bounce out of here. So that's the only conviction I'm playing with. I'll be wrong and I'll be stopped out. That's all. That is all the reality I have.
Yeah, I think we have at least a squeeze up to the August highs. So that's my view.
Yes. Yeah, and you will be right, because that's why I marked this red line here to see what happens.
Wednesday the world could change. So remember,
I know. Can you imagine?
So remember, and I do have to run that what W.D. Gann said: if you don't learn how to change your mind, you won't have any change left. So like Nargis says, keep an open mind. It'll keep your account open. Thank you, my trading warrior sister.
Thank you, sir, for having me.
Thanks for sharing your work with us, your hard work.
Thank you. And thanks for the team also for always inviting me. And Dale, you're the best person to talk to. I always enjoy talking to you. And you know what? We are again at the highs when we are meeting. So
okay. follow Nargis on Twitter at Nargis007.
Yeah, no, but Dale, can you imagine? It has been consistently that way.
Yeah.
Exactly. Every time when we meet, the market is at the highs, and then the thing is it pukes. So maybe I should get my puts.
The new F.A.C.E indicator.
I know exactly.
All right.
Okay,
So
thanks, Dale. Have a good day.
You too, Nargis. And everyone, you could join the team in 7 minutes on the Morning Edge. See everyone for Turnaround Tuesday. Adios. You're welcome. Everyone enjoyed it, Nargis.
Thank you, Dale. And thanks everyone, all the people listening in. Thanks for all the love you have given.
Oh, okay. That lasts longer than trades, love. All right.
Yes. Adios.
Hey traders, this is Blake Morrow with ForexAnalytix. Thanks for stopping by our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like these videos, share them, and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of the content that we provide here for free. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you in the next video.